Yo, what's up? This your boy Woody Beast. You turning up the speed. Right now, I got one of the hottest guys right now on the scene in the entertainment business. He go by Neon Jesus. Hey, Neon, tell the people what's going on with you.
Oh man, I'm here in Atlanta right now. I'm here at Boosie Estates. So we got I'm here. We're filming his fishing show, Boosie the Fisherman. That first episode's up on YouTube, and then I'm also, behind the scenes stuff over here, just making things run smooth. I've been here for about a month. I plan on leaving by the end of the week. That's about that's what I'm on this week. That's what I've been on this month. All things Boosie.
What type of jobs do you do for Boosie? Like,
man, I'm that kid that grew up with my dad. I got a creative mind. And then also I'm growing. So it's like I've been working with him for like 3 years. And so that started out with, I make my neon art. It's, Neon Jesus, and so I'll do the art for him. And then as I got around him, and this guy, he's expanding his estate, bro. He's got a 26,000 square foot mansion on 80 acres. He's got a whole other area that we're expanding in the back. So this trip was like, hey, Neon, I need you to come and get my Batman house straight. So I came down for the Batman house. And so that might be anything from plumbing to electrical to cleaning to decorating. I take a lot of initiative, because it's like that man, he's a whole machine, bro. He's busy. He's like, I ain't ever seen anyone grind. Like, people don't even grind like that, man. Most people get a little bit of money and then they're gonna like get them a bag, smoke, lay up, whatever, till they're out of money. Oh, I need to get back to it. He just don't stop. And so a lot of it is just like having the initiative to see, ahead for him. And like just on simple stuff. Just like, he's coming back or he's gonna be doing this. And that'd be my advice is like, it don't matter where you're at. It's like, if you're not better in someone's life, if you're not on what they're on, why are you around them? Why are they around you? Like I know in my life, people ain't trying to help me and they're not on what I'm on, man, they can kick rocks and get out the door.
So how do you stay organized with, just making yourself available for Boosie and also, perfecting your own craft?
I mean, really, man, I was in the Marine Corps. And so really I got a photographic memory for one. And so once I see something or once I do it hands-on, like you could, if it's a book or whatever, I'm not gonna pick that up. If you tell me, I'm not gonna pick it up. But once I physically do something, I'm gonna remember it. And then when money's on things that's important, I don't watch sports. I've always said like, and nothing against people that like sports. I've always I'm still at the point where I'm chasing my dream. So the last thing I'm gonna even care about is having a jersey of another man's name on my back, watching him chase his dream. I'm gonna be busy on mine. So it's like really just compartmentalizing. Like, all right, there's gonna be things that come up and you got things you gotta take care of. But then whatever you do every day, whenever you get up, it's grind time, and you're gonna do everything you can do for that day. And then, being open, don't think everything's gonna go your way. Like, I don't even feel like that. I set a goal and then I go with the flow. It's surge. So like, I'm in Arkansas and I've got commercial jobs going. And every minute, like I really know that every minute's precious. Like time is so precious. You could think like, oh, well, no, you don't. And you ain't got no time, bro. If you're gonna be a go-getter, if you're gonna get it, I know that any moment that phone call could come. And so I got a commitment to him that, hey, if you need me, you call me. So as soon as I got back, I think we were talking last time after Christmas, and I got back to Arkansas and I hit the ground running. And sometimes that'll mean like less sleep or even overnights. And everyone's like, oh, you need to take a break. But in my mind, I know that time's, in Spanish, they say tiempo baila, like time's getting over. And so I'm maxing out, even kind of getting to a point where it's like I'm burning out, but then, so I flip it back, get a little bit of rest. And then right then that phone call comes. Hey man, I need you, bro. I need you. And I say, hey, I got you. Just give me like 3 days. And he's like, man. I say, hey, listen, boss man. I'm gonna be there in 3 days, and when I show up, it's like 10 men. Even if you got somebody else, they can't work like Neon. And so that commenced, like I tried to keep a commitment with Jose. So then it was like 24 hours. I remember working until 3:20 in the morning, you know, laying down, loading up. All while we got this construction project going on, which I'm really excited about. So I just say it's like really conditioning yourself, food, health, like, you know, so I never was good at building a team. You know what I mean? Like I'm just now getting to where at this era where it's like, okay, I'm starting to build a team for the dream ahead. But I was never able to do that, so I didn't look around for help, and there was no one to save me. And sometimes you're just not lit enough, and you know you got to thug it out, bro. You're gonna have to learn. Like if something's worth it, you're gonna stay awake. If you really want something bad enough, you'll get in shape for it.
So, I mean, I know you personally. You know, we talk all the time. How do you prioritize work-life balance?
I mean, I say like this, man. People always say, "Oh, you gotta have balance. You gotta have balance." That's BS, bro. Until your life's where you want, you ain't gonna have balance. You're gonna be out of balance. The people talking about balance will be like on, you know, Drink Champs or Mind of a Millionaire. Like all the people, I'm telling you, like, and even I see it. I'll be around multimillionaires. I'll be around millionaires, and trust me, but like the work smarter, not harder. That's BS, bro. The people that are always like, you need to work smarter, not harder. They ain't got nothing going, you know? So the people I see that are like, okay, they're worth 10 million, they're worth 5 million. They're working just like this. You know, they're always, now they might have more of a team in place, but once they pull their self out of it, nothing's ever gonna get done like you do it. So, I mean, no one's gonna care. Like if you got a construction project and you hire a contractor and you got whatever there, unless you're there, that shit's gonna get messed up, you know? And then it all depends. Like I always say, like I'll make a joke, like we're on this. I always say, man, I piss 6, bro. When I wake up, you know, I pee 24 karat gold. When I rub my eyes, they shine like diamonds. You know, everything I do, there's no halfway. If you got neon on your side, that's a lot.
So Neon, a lot of people see you online, and I think one of your most memorable things that people will remember you by is, you know, you had 15 wives. So how did that come about?
Man, I mean, honestly, it was like, you know, I've been married twice. I'd never make no bones about it. So I've always been like, I was trying to do monogamy, you know, and so I tried to have monogamous relationships, and it just never like, it's like, kind of like I wasn't where I needed to be yet, but I had this big dream. And so I'm going and I'm trying to do this stuff for us. But the whole time I'm getting a chain on my neck. I'm getting a weight. Like, she won't let me be great, bro. And it's nothing even about like all cheating and being bad. It's just like I got a clear vision. And I'd always say like, man, if you just learn to appreciate me and let me do what I do, I'm gonna change our life, you know? And so the whole time, I guess it got me stronger because I got used to having a block vision, still working, still going forward while someone's screaming at me, threatening me. That stuff was crazy. And then finally, you know, to answer your question, like we finally, like all this stuff with coming to Atlanta, working with the Hatches and doing all this, that just like, it broke. It finally, everything broke. So I took some time, like I'm down, you know, the thing that broke it was like, I'm down here trying to work. I'm in a new environment. I always joke around because a lot of these guys are my friends now. But you got a white boy showing up. You got all the syndicate. You know, everybody's trying to test me. Everyone's trying to break me. Everybody's like, and then in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm at the States, bro. And I'm like, nobody can mess with a dude working 15, 18 hours a day. And so that's all I did. And I remember telling Boosie, I'm like, bro, if I'm around, all I do is work. Like, I know you don't need nobody to, like, you already got your friends. You already got people. Like, I know you don't need another buddy. You don't need no one to smoke. You need, you know, someone to get stuff done. That's when I'm on the scene, I'm gonna be like that. So I'm getting like 700 missed calls, text messages, threats. Like the funny thing was like this, she's sitting there looking at his IG, looking at Tootie's IG. And so, and they ain't even doing nothing wrong, bro. It just be like a pool party or girls shaking. And I don't know, she's thinking I'm over here in Atlanta having orgies or something. When really like, I'm not even, like, I might have been setting up a projector or running out back. Like I'm working my butt off, man. I'm like just going. So finally that broke. And then I'd say it was like 5, 6, 7 months go by. Now I'm starting, and just like anybody knows, like now things are going positive, things are going up. And so around that time, I've always made it known I've always worked with models. So when I came, you know, from Arkansas to Dallas, and I got entered to a studio, and it was hip hop. Now, I've always liked rap. That was always one of my dreams. It was like, I didn't know what that meant, but I was like, man, I'm gonna get my art in a Lil Wayne video. I'm gonna get my art in a music video. And I thought, bro, like, it's so funny because I thought, like, man, once I do that, I'm gonna be balling, bro. And just totally ignorant to the industry. And so I'm working with these girls, you know, and I always was professional. Like, you can ask any of the girls, like, I was always like a gentleman, like, there ain't gonna be no P. Diddy moments, no YouTube, no nothing on me on being nothing but a gentleman and treating everyone with respect, kindness. In fact, I'm gonna try to, if someone's serious, I'm gonna dump some game on you. I'm gonna try to help you, like, hey, you could do this to help achieve what you done, because I already done it. Like, I learned a lot of stuff the hard way. So I just remember at the time, it was like, I'm working with, we got Essence, we got Sparkle, and there was this girl that started, she got me a bunch of girls to do this modeling stuff, and then she moved off. And so I have a conversation with one of the girls, and we just start talking more and more, and then finally she was like, Neon, like, you know, like, we kind of passed friendship, you know, we passed that. Except I was like, man, I just don't want to hurt no one, because I know myself. I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna work, I might not be in town for 3 months, I might not be here, I'm gonna be over there. But best believe, like, I'm doing this for us. And so she opens me up to the idea of, she was like, you know, put that chocolate cake on me. I was joking around, she put that chocolate cake on me, you want more chocolate cake? And then she was like, hey, you ever, you know, been with another girl? Like, I like girls. And so I'm thinking, like, what? Like, for real, like, that stuff guys maybe think about or wrong or whatever. But so we start hanging out, and then I notice it's like 2 girls around, 3 girls around. And then now, like, Neon's in there, like, you know, I'm waking up with a sore tongue the next day. And it's like, it's fun, bro, it's fun. And so it was just organic. And then now I'm like, I look up, we're in an apartment, and there's 5 of us, you know, and then I'm like, oh, this is cool, we're all here. And it really was a vibe, man. And that was really a whole part where it's like, I'm really thankful to her, because it's kind of like it opened up a lane for me. And then the thing is I can be completely honest.
Right.
Like, it's nothing, like, I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to lie to you. In fact, what I found out is if you are honest about it, a whole lot of girls is okay with it, bro. And then especially if they know, like, you know, if you got a dream, and if you're that one that's gonna go get it. So that goes to, fast forwarded, that goes up to 15. And then I end up, you know, one piece of advice I love to tell people is, like, you don't need money to be great. Like, you don't need money to be great, because I've seen businesses that come in and open up a business with 100,000 and flop.
Right.
The best businesses are gonna come from broke, right? And so you can't mastermind it. Like, you can't. You could have the dopest art, the dopest song, the dopest everything, and put all the money behind it. And I think it's like God or the universe is going to be like, you're going to hit that point of depression, because you know what you did was lit. And so, but then you're going to get to a point where if you really love it, you're going to do it for the love. And so once I really started moving, like, hey, I don't even, because what I'm doing don't even make sense, bro. It's like I'm out here doing commercial sign jobs to get money, to spend it all to make sense, to let people use it for free. Like, it ain't even a money making deal. But I'm like, I love it. And so finally it was like one Christmas, I ended up, I wanted to shoot a promo video for Boosie.
Right.
It's like off of one of his movies. And so I get all the girls together for that. And MTV is in my inbox, you know? And so then all that fast forward, and we ended up like, you know, we're lit on MTV right now.
So can you share a personal goal you're working towards?
Oh, absolutely, man. And the thing is it's like I said, it's not even one dimensional. So right now, I got a property paid off. You know, it comes with it's a house, and then it comes with a shop, and then so basically, I like the bones of the house. It's from the 1920s, and this is a 10-year. You're seeing something right now. All the stuff you're gonna see, this is 10 years in the making. So for the last 10 years, I've been meticulously, like, I've designed every bit of this home. I bought the finest materials. Like, I'm doing marble floors, marble walls, like I'm putting lights embedded in the walls to where you're sitting in the room where you're in the hot tub and you got a 60-inch fireplace. You got a TV behind a mirror that it's like a one-way mirror. This is like neon land, bro. Bringing in artists, painting murals on the ceiling, like it's a whole gangster Victorian vibe. So that's a whole content house like y'all never seen. How I want to live, like honestly, even if there was no entertainment industry, I've been working. I just love that. I love art. So it's like, I've been doing that anyways. And then I'm connecting the two buildings. I want to put a steeple up on top because I got this tall building, man. It looks like a church. But it's how you got Boosie Estates. You got Graceland with the elders. Neon Jesus is going to have his spot. So over there, it's going to be the Neon Chapel.
Right.
We're putting a recording studio upstairs. And so really, it's like, I know how to take care of me. But then I said it and I told you, like, man, 2024, my whole everything hinges on this property. Because your whole team, you got to pull them together, bro. You got to give them away. And who better if I learn from the boss man himself? Like everything he's doing, he's got his team, his people. And there's levels to it. So you might have people in your group, like this is just some more info. You got A's, B's, C's, and D's. C's and D people, they're going to drain your income. They're going to mess up. You got to weed them out.
Right.
A B can become an A, but if you get you a Neon, if you get on your team the ones that want to be better, that are really down for you, and they're out there. And so you find those people, and it's going to help advance your brand. And so that's this is a life goal right now to me. That's one thing. And then I'm enjoying my entertainment phase. I never was supposed to be in front of a camera, bro. Like, I was the dude behind the scenes. I'm the dude that's gonna help mastermind. I'm gonna come up with concepts. I'm gonna use my creative genius. And so MTV put me in front of the camera. And then a lot of the stuff, it's like, really it's just timing. I promise, I'm in the Boosie Businessman video. Timing. Luke, the director, he was like, man, Boosie, we need a white guy. He's like, man, let me get Neon. Go get a suit tomorrow. I want you suited. And you're going to be in the video. And so that opened up that way. The fishing show we're doing right now, man, it's so cool, bro. It's like, the thing went viral.
Oh, yeah.
1.4 million in less than 36 hours.
That's crazy.
From like 200 followers to, I think I'm pushing up to 2,200 now. Even on Instagram, it's like Instagram, that turned around to where I reached 106,000 accounts so far in 30 days. So with it, it's like, you got to think. Boosie Badazz got me more lit than MTV. MTV, which I love MTV. I'm signed to a contract, but that's on their page. Their page has got millions and millions of views, and some of it trickles over. Boosie Badazz is like, I pull up that day, I'm getting him some green worms. He just wants some worms. It's my dog's fishing time.
Right.
Every time of this year, he likes to fish. It's raining. We get out there and he says, Neon, I want you to stay, bro. And I'm like, all right, I ain't even dressed for it, man. I'm in shorts, it's raining. But I mean, it's Boosie, bro. Like, this is cool. So we're out there and I'm just trying to make his experience great. I'm there. So, and I didn't even know this. I don't know how many people know I'm a country boy. Like, I'm a country boy. And so if these catfish are coming in, he's catching them in everything. Everyone's coming in. So I ain't even got time for pliers. Like, I even snapped the hook with my hands, but I'm like ripping these out. Boo's like, man, dog, I'm just shoving my fist down this catfish throat, like pulling the hook out, got his tongue on, like fast. And we're getting that done. And then the whole time we're just laughing. And then I'm doing commentary, and I pulled out my phone. And so I just caught this. And then I put a little clip like always. Like, thing is, I'm consistent. Like, sometimes more than other, but I'm always posting my stuff. And I post, and people say, well, it's Boosie, that's gonna go viral. And granted, he's a viral person. Like, he's always going viral. I've never had anything go viral. And I posted a lot. So this thing, I think it's for the combination of the fishing, the algorithm, Boosie, man, he brings all his energy to it. So he got his YouTube, and that's really like all I'm doing. Like, it ain't even really to promote me. It's like saying, hey, I'm the hook man. I'm pulling the fish off the hook. I'm tying the line. I'm around. We're laughing. He's funny, and I want him to make a lot of money on his YouTube page.
So, look, speaking of Boosie, what's some of the good things that people don't see that Boosie do for the people that's around him?
Man, he's a good dude, bro. Like, he's a family man. Like, that man's changed. So it's like, and some things I always say that some things you can't learn, bro. It's an energy transfer. Some things, it can't be spoken. Like, I'll give the example. I was in the Marine Corps. If you don't have courage, I can't give you a book on courage. I can't teach you courage. But come hang with Neon. Come stay with me for 3 months. By the time you leave that energy, you're going to be courageous. It's just infectious. So energy transfer. So for me, you know, there's a lot of fake perpetrators out there. There's a lot of people on the internet, social media. Things are like, oh, you can put on a suit. You can sit behind a desk. Shoot, you could go sit in front of a Bentley that ain't even yours. I mean, you can fool everyone. You can call yourself a boss man, but thing about that is it's dangerous. So if you got everyone convinced you're a boss man, and then when it comes down to the situation where you got to be boss man, but you're not boss man, your whole team's getting screwed over because you don't know how to lead. So the thing about in my experience of him, I see him as he's consistent. He's a real leader. And so all the material things, yeah, I mean, look, we give us shirts, like, we eat good, like, all that. But that material stuff don't mean nothing to me. It's like, yeah, I'm going to have it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to get what I want. I don't want to work for it. I don't need no man. I don't need nobody to take me shopping. You know what I mean?
Right. I
don't need nobody to do nothing for me. I'm going to earn mine. If I want something, I'm going to use my money that I earn to pay for it. But if you could, if I look back, if you're out there and you really want to, you know, just to be around someone at that level, it's going to help you hit another level.
Yeah.
You know? Like when you see how Boosie grounds, you don't see that. You can't see that. I mean, even though you can, because everyone's seeing the talking, but they got to realize on Instagram, he's there every day.
Right.
He's in another city every day. He's at this after party. He's at the game. He's got all his kids. He's raising his kids. He's cooking for his kids. He's coming in. This man, I just see it different than what people see it. And then it's like, for me, it's a good example. And then I always say one of the best things, like, this is nothing that was ever said to me, but we all got our issues coming from childhood. We all were raised different type of ways. You know, my dad, he's a pastor. My grandfather was a pastor. I was raised with God. But I always seemed to, like, growing up, I always loved to have a girl around. Like, I always loved, like, I wanted to have somewhere. They call that codependency.
Right.
And so, but on my path, a lot of it, if you want to live an exceptional life, you might be exceptionally alone. You're going to, like, everybody wants to be there for the highlight reel, but nobody's trying to spend 30 hours with you setting up. You know, everyone wants to shine, and that's okay. Because it's like, that they're not wrong. They're not bad people. That's just everybody, your path ain't everyone else's. So the thing that I pick up the most that probably really helped me from Boosie is, in my mind, if everybody left him, if everybody went away, he ain't gonna break his principles, and he's still king. In his mind, he's still king. And you're gonna turn around, and the right people is gonna come in. And so once I started doing that, I don't know, it's an energetic level, but once I really just started, like, you know what? I got proof. You know, in the Bible, it says by a tree, you're gonna know by their fruit. So now we got MTV. Now, and that was like, brought MTV to Dallas. Got all my wives on MTV. And then you're like, okay, now we're in this music video. Now we're doing this. God did not bring me this far to stop. And so I already know whatever's next for Neon, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And then I know that I'm king, because I know that I'm worthy of it. Like, if you want to be a king, you got to be a servant. You know, I'll look for the good of everyone around me. You hear the people in the world saying, you know, don't overplay your position, don't do this. Like, I'm gonna match energy. I'm not, bro. I ain't matching nobody's energy. Every day I get up, I'm gonna do right. You know, and there's always a verse I live by. It says, you know, do all the good you can, and don't faint. If you don't faint, you know, your reward's on the way.
Right.
And I've seen that. So many times you're gonna be out there and you're gonna be like, man, this is BS. I ain't getting paid right at that person. Whoop de whoop. and you're gonna move on. And God maybe was like, man, your miracle was just right there. We all need a miracle, you know. And I don't care what level you're at. If it's like, someone running for president, they need a miracle to become president. Lucy's got all these wonderful accomplishments. There's something big in his mind that he's trying to achieve, and he needs God to make that happen. So it's like you in your life, you're here, you're like, oh, I'm doing my podcast, I'm gonna do this. You need a miracle. You know, everybody needs a miracle. And so I just say like this, like if you just do right, I don't see the people that cut corners, scam, scheme, BS, like bullshit can get you to the top, but it ain't gonna keep you there. You're gonna get put down, bro. And then your character is so important, because even if you can get $1 billion and you can manipulate everything, like time's up, you know, everything in the dark is gonna come to the light. And everything's allegedly, we don't know, but there seems like a whole lot of stuff like PDD really got his battles right now. You know, he got his battles ahead or whatever. I mean, he's gonna answer whether he did or he didn't, and then like he ain't got nobody speaking up. Like where's TD Jakes now? Where's his spiritual advisor now? Like it's all like quiet, bro. So it's like your character, like money's gonna amplify what's in you.
Right.
So if you got some kind of hidden thing, now you can afford it, you know. And so along the way, so like back to just the original question with Boosie, I think he's good because he's solid, because he's got his principles, and that's never changed. And then on his personal level of growth, you know, I always joke around. I'm like, man, I wonder if we're gonna be badass forever. Like we're gonna be badass when we're 60, we're gonna be badass when we're 70. And but I see the growth from my perspective, and that makes you just like someone that I want to follow, someone that I want to see. I want to see him hit his high, whatever his highest thing is. I don't even need no credit for it. If I could be the one that like does something that is smooth for him to step into his greater destiny, because he's got a big influence, bro.
So look, so Neon, I see that you help a lot of people. You help me in some ways. What's the most important things you look for in a collaborator or a business partner?
Man, and like you're talking about collaborating like my projects?
Well, just anybody that want to just work with you, because I know you work with different artists and things, and you provide different opportunities for people.
It's really gonna reveal, because like, you know, what do they say? They're gonna, like, for me, all I need is a whisper of opportunity. You don't even gotta be, it could just be a whisper. I always joke about this, like, Sauce Walker went on the internet. I'm looking for the greatest LED kid that did, I'm looking for the greatest light man that ever was. And then turns around, some people from Dallas showed me love. So all the time, like, the people, like, you know, it don't help if you get your CD to Jay-Z. It don't help if you get them. They're so busy, man. They're already on their path. So, like, it's the people around. It's the everyday people. Every relationship. It's the person at the gas station. It's the person that comes to your show. It's the old lady. It's like every interaction is important, because all the cool people I work for never was like, hey, let me put you on, because they're all busy in their thing, and I get that.
Right.
So for them to take time, but the people in Dallas, just the regular people, turn me up. Now, the next morning I wake up, Sauce Walker is in my inbox, right? And he says, you're gonna talk to Miss Megan. And I'm like, cool. I got on the phone with Miss Megan, and she was like, well, how's this go? I said, man, I'm gonna get in the car, I'll be down there by the night. You know, so now, without even hesitation, I'm moving on faith, bro. This is like my next thing. So I get down there, we're in the office. Like, the funny thing was like, by the time I sat there, like, I think 6-7 hours, and he showed up, and then, all right, so where am I staying? You know, he was gone, and then he was gone for 3-4 days. The next time he saw me, he woke up, like, what's Neon doing on my couch? So I'm there on the dude's couch, and then he was like, so what he was wanting to do some neon art. I couldn't even price it yet. There was so much in the way. I'm not one to sit around. So we had a whole day. So basically, I ripped out his whole ceiling. I like painted it all black. I got it ready. So he shows up and he was like, bro, we ain't even got a deal yet. I said, yeah, I know that, man. I said, but check it out. Now I know what I want to do. Here's the price. And if you don't even want to do it, like, man, you needed that done anyways. Merry Christmas. You know? And so he's like, oh no, now we're working together. So I think a lot of it, I want to see myself in other people. I want to see, sometimes that's broken my heart because it's like, I thought they were that person.
Right.
But they wasn't. And then now I've learned it's just the little things. Like people can talk that talk, but the little things would be like, you know, did you clean up your area? There could be something on the job. They're a hustler, they're this and that. And then they have a problem with their vehicle. And then the next morning I'm waking up and all their trash is over here and they're too lazy to go to the dumpster. They're not neon though. Neon, I don't care if it was 3, 4 in the morning, I would have cleaned up. So it's like, it's levels to it. But for me, it's just about really, if I feel it on my heart, I can't do it for you. You know, I can't do it for you, but like with me and you, we met prior, and then I really be thinking about how, because some things are like in the industry, it's like, for example, a guy hits me up, he's like, man, you know, I'd like to get that Boosie feature. What's that looking like? And I said, bro, 15 bands, 20 with the video.
Right.
I can't do that right now. Hey, bro, let me tell you something. This is what I would do, like honestly. Because, you know, we ain't getting unlimited income.
Right.
I'm like, I noticed that every Christmas, the week of Christmas, when it's hardest for everybody, that week of Christmas, he's like, I'm doing something for my people. I'm going to do a feature for $5,000 or $7,000, whatever. The lowest it gets. On the week of Christmas, when you're buying your kids' toys, whenever it's the hardest, you know, and only a few people take advantage of that. So if I was a rapper, I would save up my money to have that money ready for whenever he has that one price drop. And then the thing I would do then, if you were gonna do 20,000 for one song, he would see me every Christmas with five bands every Christmas. It's like Christmas time. Okay, now Neon the rapper's pulling up, here's your 5 bands, we're gonna do a video. That's how relationships are built. Like, if you really believe in your stuff, I'm hearing about artists that spent 10 bands on a feature and now they're getting signed. There's one guy that just got signed with TSF. And so he spent $10,000 to do a song with Gohan, turns right around because it's like, yeah, it's business. You know, these guys aren't doing it for free. The chances that you're that lit and that someone's just gonna, we're in 2024, how many people you're hearing getting $1 million bags jumped on?
Right.
So you almost gotta have 1 million followers. So my criteria is just basically like, hey, like Woody, this is what I think, bro. I can't even get you a beat to Boosie. Like, that's gonna make me look, that ain't even gonna make sense. I'm like, but he's got a producer. I'm like, how would you think you could, you wanna make a beat with this producer? And I can see what that would cost. That brought that price down.
Yeah.
Then with you, I was like, you gotta listen to me. Cause it's like me putting my neck out too. Like if you would've came and did some dumb stuff, like I would've had to take that lick for that. You know?
Right, yeah, definitely.
Like, but we talked enough where I felt comfortable.
Right.
And I remember I wasn't even here. And I'm like, okay, here's where you're gonna drive there, make sure you pull over here. If you see him, don't even look at him, don't fanboy out, don't do none of that. But you didn't, I'm like, you're gonna walk in this door, and I'd already set it up, dude was in the studio waiting. You made your beat, and then I'm like, while you're there, get all the content you can, savor that moment. So it's an energetic thing, because then you just vibe in the same room, and then a lot of people don't get to get in these gates, you know?
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, great names are on a purpose. So I felt cool about that because it was like, hey man, I did good. I know you deserved it. And that was meant for you, you know? So there wasn't nothing I was like, oh, let me make money. I always look like the things that I do, God's watching, it's gonna come back. And then whenever I need my miracle, like, and I'm very blessed. So that's really all the thing is. And then all the ones are gonna weed themselves out, you know? Cause it's like, the one, like, if you were like the ones that wasn't their blessing, you couldn't even come up with $500. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, I've had tons of people bring me their dream, and all they need is an investment. And I'm like, bro, you think I was sleeping on floors? You think I was fixing my car on the side of the road? I've been doing this for my dream. You think I'm about to finance your dream? Does that even make sense? It's your dream, bro. Like, it's your dream, you know? Now, I think with this next phase, with the recording studio, you know, we're gonna have the opportunity to change an artist's life. And then we're connected, you know, but still, it's gonna have to be the right person. Cause like so many people like I could be on my last thing struggling. I would walk to Arkansas from Atlanta right now. And you know me.
Yeah.
You know I'm not even joking.
I know you will, trust me.
And I really would if that's what it took to be successful. You know, and there's plenty of times where that path in front of you is so hard, but you're just gonna have to bear that cross and go. And then when you're in a position where you need a miracle, that's when it comes.
Hey, let me say something. Let me say something for a moment. Okay, so you know, we all go through things, ups and downs, and sometimes we get disencouraged. Sometimes we lose inspiration. Neon, for me, he's been inspirational for me, man. It's you know, I go through things as a music producer, you know, hoping like one day it's gonna blow up and I get the big placements and things like that. And Neon, he just keep me focused, man, because like we talk for hours, like we talk about things. He enlightened me on certain things, and I just want to give a thank you to Neon for just being a good person, man. Like he really do good by people and just want to see people do good. So I appreciate you for that, Neon.
Oh man, I appreciate it. And it's a lonely life, bro. Like most people ain't worth nothing, bro. Like most people ain't there. I don't know if they'll get there. So when you meet someone that's like trying, like, you know, and you do what you can see. If you ain't seen it first, it makes it harder. Then you're just walking with blinders, which I've done a lot of that. But it's like, you know, even at my lowest, this train gonna keep on rolling. Even at my darkest day, I know that the light's right around the corner. So that's when I'm gonna dig harder, bro. That's when I'm gonna dig harder. And so that's what I always say, like, when you're up, keep grinding. But when you're lowest, when you don't want to when you have people hurt you, and your expectations were too high. Like, that's a lot of it. You'll have high expectations. Mm-hmm. And I heard Boosie say this, like, man, now, if you ain't ever done from me, you didn't hurt my feelings. I didn't think you were shit to begin with. You know? Like, I didn't think you was nothing to begin with, so it don't even mean, you didn't do me nothing. Because I didn't think you was shit, and now you just proved it, you know? So if you want to surprise me, then surprise me, but I'm prepared to do whatever I got to do. I'm like, I got God, I'm going to do whatever, and then the right people are going to come in because I know there's more people like me that want it, and like, you know, with our relationship with the music stuff we got ahead, Kat, you know, Kat Diesel, she's on the team, Miss Megan, she's always going to help Lil Donnie. I mean, so there's people there, and some people are going to be for a moment, some people are for the long haul, and that's okay, man, because it's like if you're on the path you need to be, you know, the faces are not going to be the same from where you start to where you end up. I mean, it would be very rare, and maybe it could, like, you know, and then you really want to have the relationships, because what would be the saddest thing in the world for you to have it all, like, but you ain't got nobody, you just got money.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
So, you know, so it's like a lot of money ain't everything. Like I do things like, of course I like to make money, and if I'm doing a commercial project, I'm gonna try to get my money. But everything ain't for me about money. If I'm passionate about something, I'm like, let's do it. So I could throw the book out the window. And because for me, it's about the creativity, the electricity of creativity. That whether it's with a beat, whether it's with a song, whether it's with a painting, whether it's with whatever. When you get in that zone, bro, the whole world goes away.
Yeah.
And it's magical. And so that's all I was ever chasing. I was like, and then now I'm like finding other ways that I can grow that with the people around me. And so I'm like, I know that whatever I do is going to turn to gold. Whatever I do is going to prosper, because I don't skip steps. You know, I'm not looking for a quick lick. I'm not looking to cheat no system. I'm like, I want to learn. And then I like to be around people, like find someone genius in the music industry like yourself. It's like, that really wants to do it. That's ain't scared, like, oh, I got to work 5 jobs to do this to achieve my dream. And then you're really committed. I'm gonna learn. I've learned stuff from you, bro. So there's no way. If you're the very smartest person, you're not even in the right room. You're not gonna be successful. You got to have people around, like Boosie. He needs someone that knows how He needs to stick his brain on everything he's doing, and he's got to have the people that he can trust, you know, that can help him in a whole area. That by the time everything's going to come to light,
Right.
like all your work's going to come to light. But then you know, like, okay, sometimes you know that like you get there, you know, it was the team effort, a real team effort, and each person did their thing. But you got to stick people with what they really are passionate about, because you know, I always say I had to do a whole lot of stuff I didn't like to do, and still do, to do what I want to do.
Right.
You know, and so I try to make that easier for other people. Like, hey, you know, you're gonna stick in this lane, but if we're gonna break curses and we're gonna change our stars, you know, somebody got to take that hit. Somebody got to be the different one. You know, if you got 10 people in the family with high blood pressure and diabetes, and they're like, oh, this is just a family thing. Like, you put the Coca-Colas down and maybe you got to change the diet, you know? So a lot of stuff is just, you stick in a thing that you're the way that goes. And so I've immersed myself like into the Hispanic culture where I'm down in Mexico, you know, I'm over here with Badazz. I feel like wherever I go, I don't care if it, like I'm, you know, Forest Lane in Dallas, where I look around and it was like, you know, the dude out there with the chair, and he wanted to sell it, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. You know? Or they're selling the hustlers, the crack. I mean, I've been in a whole lot of walks of life, and what I've found out is like everybody's just trying to make it, and people's beautiful, and it's really the ones like there's not really much differences. It's like we're all just trying to make it, you know. And then some people get lost along the way. And some people, whenever they get addictions and things like that, that demon takes over. But at the end of the day, man, we all want to be great, you know.
Right.
And some people just want to be a good housewife. Some people want to be, you know, and we need that. We need, you know, we don't need 1,000 rappers. We need plumbers.
Yeah.
Landscaping guys. And you could be successful. I always joke around with the guys here. I'm like, bro, I do neon lights. That's what I bring to the table.
Right.
And that's what I've been able to do with neon lights. You know, you could be rapping and love to do that. You could be the best plumber, and then you could be the one that's plumbing P. Diddy's, not P. Diddy, but that's funny, but Master P. They could need a plumber that day, and you could be in there working, and you could be rapping, and that could change your life.
Hey, so let me ask you this. Do you look at installing neon lights as a form of art?
I mean, it's definitely a form of art because I'm taking, the street dudes always say, if you're a street dude, that's the white boy that does the lights. That's just a guy that does the lights. But if I take a picture right now of your face and I draw that out and I lay glass and I'm pulling out 4 foot sticks of straight glass and I'm bending that up with flame and fire and now I recreated your face out of neon, that is an art, brother. So it's no different than drawing, it's no different than painting, and it's actually with glass, you know? And so definitely what I do is art. And it doesn't just stop with neon, you know? It's gonna, like, I've turned air conditioner units into clouds.
Wow.
I've done hand painting, like to where I'm painting. I'm really multi-talented with anything creative. And I got a natural ability, even with music. Like, I can hear stuff, you know, I can hear and I can see, and I'm really good at pulling the best out of people. Give me like a painter. I'm gonna help him create his greatest art just by like we're talking. Give me a tattoo artist. And then like this with my tattoo. Give me a tattoo artist and we're gonna pull out his greatest work. So, and a lot of the differences is doing that little extra. Because people want to get in a hurry. Right now we're laying the marble and I'm like, bro, listen, man, I got this marble. It's gotta match up. It's gotta this. You know, if you're working with this material, if you're working with $6,000 worth of marble, you get to work with this a lot. Let's make it art, bro. Let's have those straight zebra lines. Let's curve it. Let's go up the wall. Let's wrap around. It's going to take more time, but what a showpiece. And any millionaire, anybody that sees that, even you might do something greater than that. Like if you only do it for money, your greatest work, you're going to be kept. You're going to be right here.
Have it ever been a time where you just felt like I didn't want to do this no more? Like I don't want to be an entertainer. I don't want to do neon lights. I just want to be a regular person. Like have it ever been that time?
Man, there was a time, but whatever's in you is going to come. You can try to block it, you know, I could try to say, you know what, I'm gonna go get married, have a kid, and just settle down and have a house and be a regular person. And I tried that. And then I found out about, you know, I'm just doing my neon sign business. And then I found out about art. And then look at that, had me in Atlanta to Dallas to all that. So it's like, whatever's in you, you know, is gonna come out. So if it's something good and positive, maybe that's what the world needs. It's not like I'm like, that I'm this wild, crazy guy trying to do wrong. I'm not trying to do good. So this is how God created me. You know? And man, it's like, I always say I'm messed up for real, bro. I'm messed up. Like, I'm a workaholic. I can't stop. Like, you know, whenever everything, just from my childhood, when everything is intense, when everything's gonna make another person break down, that's where I'm gonna shine. Like, where all the pressure's on is when I'm calm. But you tell me I got a week to do something, I'm gonna be the most procrastinator. Give me the pressure, you know, put the pressure on me saying, man, I need this done, I need 8 more things, and you got 2 days. Like, I'm gonna be up, I'm gonna knock it all out. It was like a movie. And so yeah, I mean, I tried, but I finally realized, like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm making an impact on the world. I love what I do. And so, you know, I feel like it's kind of like they say, like, America didn't need a Marine Corps. They wanted one. Like, you know, if I wasn't here, sure, the world's going to go on, but it would not be the same. It would not be the same. And then I'm showing people, like, the real truth. Like, there's no shortcut. You ain't gotta sell your soul. You don't gotta, you know, do some kind of blood sacrifice. You don't gotta do none of that, bro. Hard work, God. It's gonna be harder. You know, it's gonna be harder whenever you want to do things the right way. But all that stuff's gonna build inner strength, character. You're gonna get that, and then it's gonna go.
Right.
So for me, it's a blessing to be with the realest. You know, to be over here with someone that's independent. And
Go upstairs, stop
the only one that
stopping.
can really speak his mind, bro. Which on that note, it's like, be real, keep it real. Don't worry if you can't be real because you're worried about someone can control your money, you're in the wrong profession, you're in the wrong thing. Like, if you don't have the thing to be real, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. And so I don't care what none of y'all think. Like, I really don't. Like, you know, I'm gonna be the white dude with the women I love, and they're gonna be, hey, what's this white man, this and that, and I'm love every minute of it. I'm doing me, and I'm really taking care of mine. I know who I am as a person. I don't even care what the internet thinks. And then the internet really just want to see people fall and see everything messed up and make fun. It's a whole lot of people that's hurt inside projecting, and so they feel like there's no recourse for it. So, like, you can't even hurt me on the internet. Like, I don't even care, because I know who I am. You know, I know who I am, and I know God knows who I am. And so, yeah, I don't see how this is regular for me now. And I'm in a transition, bro. It's a transition. Like, I'm still trying to hang on to my sound business, but I'm getting pulled this direction. But I don't have all the money I need, but I got money. So I'm a super hustler.
So look, we gonna end this out on this one last question, Neon. What's the most important piece of advice you would give to someone just starting out in your field?
Man, on anything, I would say build your work ethic, man. Like, whatever you like to do, you're gonna need to get around. Like, if you ain't got no money, you got to get around people that can get you some money.
Facts.
And it's gonna be a humble path. You know, sometimes the path to success could be starting McDonald's, you know, or it could be, it's going to do something you don't like to do. You know, you're not going to be able to look cool and wear fake clothes and wear fake stuff and fake your way up.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, the ones we respect in hip hop been through some stuff, you know. Now the world's changing, so I don't know, like, maybe you can paint your nails and you could put on some mink eyelashes and wear some panties and go rap. You know, that's how you want to do it. Like, but I'm saying, if you want to do it and keep your integrity and keep who you are, if you're just starting out, you know, be real, and then don't try to, like, there's no way to skip it. You can't jump up. Nobody's saving you. You're gonna work for it.
Right.
Even if I could say, even if you're out there and you're just starting to say, Neon, you know, you're so cool, you're this and that, like this and that, and I put you up there, I'm setting you up for failure. Because you ain't been what I've been through.
Right.
You haven't had those hard nights. You ain't went through that, so it's gonna break you.
Mm.
And then you're gonna look at me, you're gonna really mess your head up. And then you're gonna be like, man, this dude really is like, what the heck? Because once you see inside, it's like, right now where you're at is where you need to be.
Yeah.
And if you didn't need to be there, you would advance another level. There's no shortcuts. Like, wherever you're at right now is where you need to be. You should have a desire to want more, to surpass, but unless you got the, I could bring you where I'm at right now, and it's gonna damage you, bro. You're gonna walk away. You're gonna be like, that's insane. How does people do all that? Because you ain't built for it. So the work ethic, you need to build that up. If you need to be great, and that path could start out like, you know, what they used to say, like works for suckers. No, it ain't. Get you a job. Like, get you a job. Like, it's already been proven statistically, 74% of independent musicians right now can't support themselves.
Mm.
Only 11% can. So somebody's capping, bro. Somebody's lying. So like, get you some work to do what you need. And then the second thing that I'm really gonna touch, that I see this all the time. I always say, people say loyalty, but there's no buts with loyalty. So it's like, if I'm working for someone, if I say you're my friend and I'm loyal to you, anything that goes against your best interest, I'm going to tell you. You have people who say, well, this person, they didn't pay me, so you screwed them over. Well, this didn't go this way, that ain't loyal. So if you're with someone and you believe that you're doing it, you're going to be loyal the whole way. You're going to, maybe $50,000 is going to save your mom's life, but it ain't your $50,000. And you found it on the table. You're going to go up and hand it to them. God didn't have that for you. And so that's what I mean by loyalty. It's like looking out for someone's really best interest, no matter what, and not even worrying about your situation. So, because what God's got for you, he's going to give you what you need. You're going to get your blessing. But so many people justify their BS behavior. You know, people ain't really solid no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the thing. If you could find that and you could prove that, who wouldn't want you with them?
Facts.
You know, if you can make someone's life better and work, and you're that person, who wouldn't want you there? And then the thing is like, literally, you got to find where you're comfortable. Some people's going to level. You ain't seen Neon cap out yet.
No.
You haven't seen my growth stop. In fact, you're thinking like, what could happen with him next? The stuff that people didn't expect happened that I didn't even expect. And so now I already know, like, you could turn on, I could be in a blockbuster movie tomorrow. You could turn on, you know, I might be on a track dropping a verse, or I might have one of the greatest talents of the generation signed to my label. You don't ever know. And so the thing is like, loyalty, real loyalty, no matter what, it doesn't make you stupid. It doesn't make you blind. It's like really just saying, like, quit listening to what the people in the world say. Start listening to what God says, you know? And so if everything you do it under God, you don't do it under man, then God's going to give you the blessing. It don't matter about the people that's over you or in front of you. And it don't matter if it ain't fair. Like, not that anybody wants me to be preachy, but Joseph's brother sold him into slavery. His brothers were jealous because he had this beautiful coat of colors. So they sold him into slavery. Then he's over in Egypt, and then Pharaoh's wife wanted to hit it. Like, give me that deed, Joseph. He wouldn't do it. She said, if you don't do it, I'm going to tell him that you tried to sleep with me. Do it. The dude staying solid. Now he's in jail. This don't seem right, does it? By the end of that story, he's second in command to Pharaoh. You know, he's second in command. His family, there was a famine in the land. They had to come to him to get food. And he gave it. And he didn't hold anything against them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's all many paths, but loyalty, doing right, and then just like, really, man, you gotta wake up that thug inside of you, bro. You gotta find, you don't need a demon. All this we're talking about demons, you don't need a demon.
Right.
You need a light so strong that it's gonna always overpower the darkness. It don't matter what situation you're in. And then I've watched it, bro. I've seen demons in people's eyes that hated my guts.
Dang.
That I ain't even done nothing to. And I still gave them a ride. And I still helped them, but also I watched people that meant foul for me. I watched God take them out. And I watched them disappear off the scene. So, you know, pray, man, pray. Like, tap into a higher power. Tap in. For me, I'm telling you, like, there ain't nothing greater. You know, I love Jesus. I love God. And then, you know, I'm gonna respect everyone else, but it is what it is. And just like everyone else is gonna be who they are, I'm gonna be who I am. I'm never gonna change that, man. But yeah, you starting out, get your work ethic up. Stop sleeping. Stop sleeping so much, bro. Y'all sleep too much.
Hey man, look, this your boy Woo the Beats. You turning it up to speed. We had a special guest today, Neon Jesus, man. Neon, man, thank you for this opportunity, man. I can't wait to do this again with you.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it, bro. Y'all stay safe out there, all right? And be real.